GACHAGUA launches a new political outfit, the Democracy for Citizens Party, DCP.
Wale wanaunda vyama, there is no problem. Kila mtu aunde chama, ule anataka kuunda chama, there is no problem. Lakini waacha kusema hii ni chama ya kabila hii ama dini hii.
A section of government leaders rubbish the launch of DCP party by Rigathi Gachagua, term it a tribal party. 107 firearms, 504 ammunition recovered in Isiolo as part of an operation to disarm armed groups. We are delighted to broadcast this bulletin for you tonight. Our sign language interpreter is Laura Omondi. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. EBN Prime Edition kicks off right now. Listening to the people, that is the mantra for the new party that former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has launched, gearing up for the 2027 contest. Democracy for Citizens Party bears the official colors of neon green, white and black, and its logo depicts a hand reaching an ear. Gachagua, while presiding over the launch in Nairobi, built his political message around listening to the people whom he claims no longer subscribe to the UDA party that once helped him and President William Ruto rise to power. The unveiling of the party has sparked debate with Kenya Kwanza circles, with some interpreting it as a strategic move by Gachagua to consolidate political influence in the Mount Kenya region.
Chama cha DCP, Democracy for the Citizens Party, hapa basi tutaweza kupata neck. The leadership.
Like-minded Kenyans have spoken to us and told us that they are tired of corruption. They are tired of abductions and extrajudicial killings. They are tired of state capture. They are tired of organized and state crime and violence. Kenyans have told us that they need a peaceful nation where the rule of law is respected, where education system is working, and where health care is not a privilege but a right. Kenyans have told us that they need a nation that is respected at the international forum. Kenyans have told us that they want to be listened to. My fellow countrymen, our nation needs a restoration of dignity in the spirit of the unfinished business of multi-party democracy. Our sense of duty to patriotism and nationhood towards a new Kenya, where every citizen is listened to, has come. My countrymen, it is time to provide a conducive environment for peace, justice, and speedy restoration of development, respect for the rule of law and human rights. It is time for liberation of our beloved country. It is time for our nation to take off socially, economically, and politically. History will be kind to us for taking a bold move to listening to each other. Detest lies, and that is why I disagreed with the liar number one.
At the same event, chaos erupted during the launch of the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua's party in Lavington, Nairobi County, after a group of suspected goons attempted to interfere with the proceedings. The disturbance occurred on Thursday morning, shortly after Gachagua and senior officials from the Democracy for Citizens Party had departed the venue. Police officers who were on high alert swiftly responded by firing warning shots into the air to disperse the crowd that had gathered near the exit to catch a glimpse of the former deputy president. Amid the commotion, the former DP's convoy was briefly halted as police ramped up efforts to restore order. The situation calmed down after approximately 5 minutes. Hours after GACHAGUA launched his new political outfit, critics took the opportunity to castigate the former second-in-command, accusing him of tribal politics and intent to divide the nation. Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, while in Nakuru, said Kenyans should reject tribal politics, which is meant to draw back the gains made on democracy. Nakuru Governor Susan Kihika, who is back on the public scene, also urged residents of Nakuru to shun GACHAGUA's attempt of infiltrating the region.
Politically, people are free to hold different political opinions. Ile tu tunasema hatutaki uchochezi, hatutaki because we have been there before and we know how painful it is to incite the public against each other, to bring division, violence. Those politics of violence, division, incitement are old-fashioned politics. We must resist those politics as a country. Na wale wanaunda vyama, there is no problem. Kila mtu aunde chama, ule anataka kuunda chama, there is no problem. Lakini wacha kusema hii ni chama ya kabila hii ama dini hii, kwa sababu utatenganisha wananchi. Sema hii ni chama ya Wakenya wote, ile ingine ikuwe ni ya Wakenya. Alafu tu campaign, wakati wa campaign ikifika tumenyane, kila mtu atoe rekodi yake. Uambiwe wewe Kindiki 2.5 years ulikuwa deputy president, ulisukuma nini ikakuja pande hii ya Molo na Njoro?
Na ndio hata mimi nikiona kuna wengine sasa wanazunguka wakitengeneza chama za kabila, za ukabila. Mimi nikiwa governor wa county ya Nakuru nasema nataka kuona watu wakiletwa pamoja, sio watu wakigawanyishwa. Sisi we cannot go that direction. We are one county that is very diverse, na hatutaitikia tukuje hapa tukorogwe kwa ukabila, na ni sisi tunajua ile shida tunakuaga nayo kama Nakuru County maneno ikiendelea hivyo. Kwa hivyo watu wangu wa Nakuru County, tafadhali sisi tuendelee kukaa venye tumekaa, tukae na amani, be very peaceful, na tusiitikie mtu atoke na huko kwenye anatoka akuje kutukoroga hapa. Wacha tuendelee kufanya kazi pamoja. Tulitafuta hii serikali, hatutatoka sasa tuingie msituni na serikali ni yetu.
The government is set to roll out a new information management system for the education sector in the country. The new system, the Kenya Education Management Information System, KEMIS, will gradually replace the current National Education Management Information System, NEMIS. Basic Education Principal Secretary Julius Bitok says the new system will be rolled out in phases, starting with the registration of learners from next month.
On the issues of information, especially from the users, the head teachers of schools, that some students are not being captured in NEMIS. We have had issues across in the polytechnics, issues in the universities, issues concerning the new funding model, the data, the information. So this morning we came so that we can make sure that we give the necessary support to the ministry to ensure that they have one-stop shop on data.
This is a golden opportunity to be able to unify, and this system will cover the entire education system, from from ECD, or other basic education, TVETs, higher education, up to research. It will integrate all our institutions, including all our schools, all our colleges, all our sub-county directors of education, all our county directors of education. All this will be integrated in one ecosystem called KEMIS.
A section of supporters of Governor James Orengo of Siaya have come out guns blazing against Energy CS Opiyo Wandayi, accusing him of undermining the leadership of the governor. They have also accused him of laziness in office and not working for Kenyans or working for the people of Siaya County. They have warned the CS against any provocation to the governor or towards the governor. This yet again signals political fallout in the Luo Nyanza region after the formation of a broad-based government. Siaya Governor James Orengo has been a vocal critic of the formation, terming the move dangerous.
Ready to tolerate provocation of any height against our governor. First of all, Wandayi is former MP whose development survived due to scarcity of population. Because Ugunja constituency is just like one ward in a leg of Songa. Secondly, one day deserted us when graves of our young Turks were still fresh. He deserted us for bigamous marriage. He joined broad-based government, which is not helping us. He must know that Orengo is very, very important to us, and he must respect Orengo as our governor.
Asiwe mtu wa kusahau. Asiwe mtu wa kusahau. Opiyo Wandayi alitolewa na governor Orengo kama kodestro. Sahi ni muda angekuwa amenyongwa kitambo sababu ya mauaji. Na Orengo akamsimamia kotini na akamtoa. Leo anakuja kufuruga Siaya County, anafuruga governor Orengo, analeta nyonyonyoro mingi katika Siaya County. Hii ni onyo. Asiwe mtu wa kusahau. Nawe na tabia kukumbuka. Na najua ni mtu wa kusahau bata atasahau. Kwani sisi tutakuwa bora kuliko watu wa Ugunja. Ugunja walimtoa kama hajielewi, hajulikani ni nani, na siku aliposikia mambo ya waziri, si alikimbia kawawacha. Ni kama anakuja, ni kama anatuambia siji ni nini, ni kama anataka kiti ya governor. Kiti ya governor tumpe tena tutoroke. Vile tutoroka watu wa Ugunja.
We know that you are the one who was paying off MCAs to go to State House today. That one we know, and that is the information that we have. And one day we want to tell you that you should stop using your position to deteriorate, or rather to divide the people of Siaya.
I just want to say thank you to the MCAs who stood by the governor yesterday. There's no way you can go to a fight minus your commander. And we ask them to maintain their position. We ask the people of the resident of Siaya, we are fully behind them. And let nobody intimidate them. Be it the external forces, the ministers, whosoever. Nobody should intimidate them, because we are the people who voted them in, and we are the people who are feeling their presence on how they are working. Secondly, to the minister, please leave the governor alone. Let the governor do his job. You also do your part.
I mean, that's quite interesting what is brewing in Siaya County specifically. And this broad-based government is causing some trouble and some problem, because there are some leaders from the region who have vocally expressed their dissent against the broad-based government, and there are those who are fully supporting it. We've had the CS Opiyo Wandayi previously said, given a chance, he would vote for Ruto because he sees no one else as fit to run for presidency. So it will be interesting to see how that turns out, and whether or not we'll have any response from pro-government supporters within that region. Now, Homa Bay County Governor Gladys Wanga says the county is ready to host the June 1st Madaraka Day celebrations, saying she is satisfied with the progress of the preparations. The Committee for the National Planning, including Interior PS Raymond Omolo, as well as Sports Cabinet Secretary Salim Mvurya, also visited the 12,000 capacity seater stadium, the Raila Odinga Stadium, that will host the celebrations. This year's celebrations are themed Blue Economy and Maritime Affairs, in line with the country's strategic focus on unlocking the potential of Kenya's aquatic resources for sustainable development and economic transformation.
We will be having a 3-day event culminating into Madaraka Day that will be opened by His Excellency the Deputy President. On day 2, the Right Honorable the Prime Minister will preside, and on day 3, which is the last day for that conference, His Excellency the President will close that forum. And throughout those 3 days, there'll be a lot of participation, particularly from the local community around the lake basin. We have the beach management units and several agencies, both government and non-governmental, including the business community.
When we come here for the celebrations, everybody sitting in this stadium is going to be under the shades. The 12,000 plus of them, I know that they're going to be way more than 12,000, more in the region of 100,000, but we'll find a way of everybody finding space to sit. The progress on the other areas, all the effort that was required of the county government, we are committed. Our teams have worked together with the national team to ensure that everything that is required of the county government is also put in place so that the celebrations are successful. I'd like to now take this opportunity, because now it's only 2 weeks away, to welcome the people of Homa Bay and the entire region and the entire country for Sunday, 1st of June 2025, to come and celebrate Madaraka in Homa Bay. I can assure you it will be a Madaraka like no other.
Beginning July, coffee farmers across the country will start receiving their payments through a centralized system. The new payment structure is part of a broader government reform aimed at eliminating corruption within coffee cooperatives. The Cabinet Secretary for Cooperatives and MSMEs, Weekly for Oparanya, spoke in Bungoma on Thursday during the launch of a new coffee factory. Oparanya stressed that the reform is a concrete step towards ensuring transparency and protecting the income of coffee farmers. Under the new model, farmers will be paid 40 shillings per kilogram of coffee produced in their communities, of which 80% will go directly to the farmer, while 20% will be retained by the cooperative.
Nikaangalia cooperatives zina shida. Management ya cooperatives zina shida. Gharama na bei ya kahawa ilikuwa inatoka kwa baadhi ya viwanda ilikuwa inaleta shida. Na nikamwambia Mheshimiwa Governor na kamati ya ukulima ambayo mimi ni mwenyekiti kwamba lazima tunyoroshe mambo ya kahawa Bungoma hii. Na mimi kama mwenyekiti kule Nairobi haiwezekani watu wanapata 140-150 per kilo, na mimi kule nyumbani ninatoka wanakunguta shilingi 12-40-60. Hiyo nikasema haiwezekani.
So tumeingia hapo kama reforms za kahawa zinaendelea. Na mimi nimeshikilia hapo kuona ya kwamba zinakamilishwa nikiwa hapo. Ile reforms ya kwanza, wale watu matepeli ambao walikuwa kwa mambo ya kahawa. Mtu ana kahawa hata mtu mmoja, lakini yeye anaongea mambo ya kahawa. Yeye ndio official wa kahawa. Na yeye hana hata jui kahawa yenyewe inafanana namna gani. Lakini yeye anakaa kwa ofisi ati yeye ni kiongozi wa mambo kahawa. Sasa kuanzia hivi tumesema zile cooperatives zote ambazo zilikuwa zinauziana na mambo ya kahawa zote zitakuwa revived, tutawapa support, na hivi karibuni tutataka election ifanywe ya wale viongozi wote, tupate wale viongozi ambao wako committed kwa mambo ya cooperative katika kahawa, wale watafanya kazi na serikali.
All right, Coffee Stories take us to a break right here on EBN Prime Edition. Stay with us. We'll be back shortly with more news making headlines. Do not touch that dial. Drugs have been confiscated from armed groupings operating in Merti and Shaba areas of Isiolo County. While inspecting a cache of weapons displayed by a multi-agency security team at Isiolo County Commissioner Headquarters, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen said the Operation Maliza Uhalifu, spearheaded by various technical security teams, seized the semi- and automatic rifles through an intense battle with criminal entities that have been profiting drug arms and the proliferation of businesses.
After Mombasa, Nairobi, Isiolo is the third most affected city when it comes, or town when it comes to the questions of drugs. Basically because this is a route and this is where the traffickers meet, and there is a conglomeration of all kinds of drugs here, which is basically coming from the porous borders in our neighboring countries. And this is an issue that we have been focusing on together with human trafficking. As you know, in Operation Ondoa Jangili, Furusha Uhalifu from this area has been focusing on these issues.
Now, this is interesting. U.S. President Donald Trump on Wednesday had tea with a former jihadist who until recently had a $10 million bounty on his head. Interim Syrian President Ahmed al-Sharaa, once known by his militant name as Abu Mohammed al-Jolani, met President Trump in Riyadh 6 months after leading a swift campaign that toppled the half-a-century-old Assad regime, ejecting Iran-backed armed groups and declaring himself leader of the country. Al-Sharaa was placed on the U.S. specially designated global terrorist list in 2013 for heading Al-Qaeda's affiliate in Syria known as Al-Nusra Front and allegedly orchestrating suicide bombings across Syria. The Saudi-born former jihadist had spent years fighting U.S. forces in Iraq before moving to Syria to lead an armed Islamist rebellion that ousted the brutal dictator Bashar al-Assad.
How did you find the Syrian president?
Great. Right. I think very good. Young, attractive guy, tough guy. You know. Strong pass, very strong pass fighter.
Does that worry you at all?
He's got a real shot at pulling it together. I spoke with President Erdogan, who I'm very friendly with him. He feels he's got a shot at doing the good.
All right, to sports. Kenya Police FC grip on the FKF Premier League Summit weekend after suffering a 2-1 defeat to Kakamega Homeboys in a high-energy encounter at the Mumia Sports and fell 2-0 to FC Talanta in another shock result. The Brewers remain second on 55 points, 3 behind Police.
Anarudi nyuma kwa kasi. Hanza Kimbo, pumzi anashusha. Anamtizama machoni kabisa Brano Mondi Opondo. Emmanuel Osoro! Nafasi kwa Tusker kurudi sawa kufanya iwe balance. Anachukua muda wake. Ojoko! Imekatwa. Anaupeana mali Emmanuel Osoro! Apema yake Emmanuel Osoro.
Uko umesema ukweli na kwanza namshukuru Mungu kwa ndio tumepoteza mechi, lakini ukiangalia kimbinu tumejaribu, tuko nyuma, tukapata penalty tukatupa. Kwa hivyo ni mchezo ambao ulikuwa uende upande wote ule. Lakini yote 9 vile umeona tumepata nafasi nzuri za kufunga, lakini tumekosa kuzisawazisha. Kwa hivyo ni jambo ambalo bado tuko na kazi, mechi 3, lakini itabidi tufanye kazi zaidi.
Tulikuja hapa tukitafuta ushindi, hatukuwa katika hali poa katika jadwali ya ligi. Na nilikuambia leo tunakuja kutafuta ushindi na uzuri Mungu ametusaidia tumepata hiyo ushindi, tunashukuru.
All right, that is where we wrap our news tonight. And Bruce, I hope that you are up to date with what is making headlines across the country tonight. Thank you for watching. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Laura Omondi. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. See you tomorrow, same time, same place, God willing. God bless. Good night.